There is some breeze out there today, not quite as much as most of the rest of the tournament, though, and this court is pretty well protected. It's a factor, but not a big one today, I wouldn't judge. Game point.
Now, why wouldn't she follow it up, Pam? She saw that her topspin forehand was going to be very deep, and even if it did get in, which it did, she could have put the volley away.
It's a good point, because when Sabatini plays Steffi Graf, there's no doubt in her mind. She knows she's going to come to net on that deep drive to the backhand corner, but this is a little different. She has a lot of respect for Sanchez's backhand.
She may have too much respect right now.
Trying to hit too good a shot.
Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I mean,
which is normal, though. Sometimes when you're down, you figure the only way to get out of the hole you're in is to hit your way out.
Cannot out-rally Sanchez from the back of the court. So she's got to try and figure out a way to break up the rhythm. Got to come to net. Maybe play some chip backhand short into the court. Take Sanchez out of her favorite position from the baseline. But right now, Sabatini's just sort of hoping that Sanchez starts missing, and I don't see it happening right now.
I don't see it happening, period. I don't think Sanchez Vicario is going to start missing. She's not that kind of player. Having said that, it's a wild forehand.
There may be a stage. I mean, this is a big championship. There may be a stage where Sanchez gets tight and starts to make some errors, rushes things. That might very well happen.
Especially if Sabatini does what you suggest, come into the net and force her to do a few things. 30-15.
That's 2 in a row. So this is the kind of game that can turn things around for Sabatini. Sanchez led 30-love. It's now 30-all. Gabby's going to want to concentrate very hard, try and get this little momentum of 2 points in a row. Take it for a little ride. Go for 3. Go for 4 in a row.
30-all.
Whoops.
40-30.
Gabriela Sabatini is playing in her second final in a row here at the Lipton, and if she had won her match against Monica Seles here last year, as you take a look at the unforced errors, very, very high number for both players, only just into the second set. One game more. It's wide. Sanchez Vicario holds on 2-1 on serve, second set. First set, Sanchez Vicario 6-1. We'll be back with more after this from our ABC stations.
Hamburgers tonight? Leave yourself a note. Then you won't forget the Lipton recipe soup mix. Its special blend of seasonings and toasted onions make burgers a big hit.
All right.
Add Lipton recipe soup mix. It's too good to forget.
Introducing today's recipe pasta sauces from Ragu. Today's recipe is low in fat. Today's recipe has no cholesterol. Today's recipe has half the sodium of our original recipe and no sugar added. A delicious recipe, a smart recipe. It starts today. Which ragu tonight? Today's recipe pasta sauces.
You don't hang an original Dennis Jarvis on walls. You hang it on waves. Custom-fit surfboards are the only thing he puts his name on. At Wishbone, salad dressing is the only thing we put our name on. For Wishbone Light Italian, we blend the finest ingredients to create a dressing full of flavor. Fat-free, cholesterol-free. Custom-fit to the way you're living today. Wishbone. Salad dressing's the only thing we put our name on.
Rich, smooth. The taste, vanilla.
French Vanilla Cafe. Rich coffee kissed with the flavor of vanilla. Your mouth will say,
Merci.
15 love. This is Sabatini serving to Sanchez Vicario. 2-1. Sanchez Vicario leads in the second set. We're on serve, of course. 6-1 first set to Sanchez Vicario. It's 15 love.
Points set up by the service winners, really. And as we see the sign, Vamos, Gabby. Vamos means, come on.
30 love. Let's go.
And on the changeover, the crowd started chanting, Gabby, 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 which they did the other night when she played Steffi Graf.
Sabatini doesn't have that good an overall record against Steffi Graf, but here in Florida, 7th win in 8 meetings in the semi-final. She beat Graf in the semi-finals here. She lost, as I said, to Monica Seles in the final here last year, and if she hadn't lost that match, she would have won 6 tournaments in a row. She was very much on a roll. She was a hair's breadth away from being #1 in the world.
First double fault for either player.
Well, we expect a few from Sabatini. She had 3 against Graf the other day.
Well, I must say, Gabby has hit a lot of balls within an inch or 2 of the line, and they're just missing. Now, this is an interesting point. She had 40 love. Now it's 40-30. Players hate to lose 40 love leads when they're serving. It's just a horrendous feeling.
Sabatini holds on. 2 games all second set. Tomorrow on ABC, the World League returns. It's our season premiere. We'll see the 1991 league champion London Monarchs host the New York, New Jersey Knights. Or some of you will see the new kids on the block, the Ohio Glory and the Orlando Thunder. Pro football's back starting tomorrow here on ABC Sports. 1 hour into this championship match here at Lipton 92. Sanchez Vicario serving 2 games all. Second set.
That's the first time that Gabby has approached on the second serve.
It's a lousy approach shot.
15 love.
Didn't hit it hard enough.
#1 in the East region, a winner over Iowa. 75 to 62, and that's a final.
Gabby's not much of an emotional player on the court. She seldom really gets mad at herself, but I get the feeling like if she really kind of yelled or, I don't know, got a little emotional, maybe it might sort of flush the system out and start all over. She's definitely frustrated.
Well, if I were her coach sitting down alongside of her, say, in a Federation Cup match, I would say this. Hit the ball down the middle with underspin. Don't make any errors unless you're going for a passing shot.
In other words, be patient.
Be patient. Just have the middle discipline not to make an error unless you're going for a passing shot. Hit it down the middle with underspin.
Oh.
One of the problems with the topspin, even though Gabriela hits it well, is that it adds a bit of pace to the ball, so the ball kicks off the surface. You're watching Kiermaier, who is obviously a bit worried now. Wants to tell her to go to plan B.
Trying to figure out what plan B should be. 40-30. Aranxta Sanchez Vicario, after winning the French championships, wanted to recognize her mother's contribution to her success, so she added her mother's name. She used to be just Aranxta Sanchez until then. Sanchez Vicario holds on. It's customary in Spain, by the way, to use both parents' surnames. We'll return with more tennis after this word from our ABC station.
Saturday on an all-new commish.
We have reason to believe your husband was murdered.
Did you do it for me, Sam? I didn't know you loved me that much.
Catherine Belzer and Sam Cole got a lot richer tonight Martin Belzer died.
The commish.
Not one penny. That's what your interest charge will be when you finance your new waterbed or bedroom furniture suite this week at Dream Waterbeds. Zero, zip, nada. Your purchase will be free of finance charges or interest of any kind for 1 year, 2 years, up to 3 full years. It's the kind of offer only Dream Waterbeds can make. But hurry, this free financing offer ends this Sunday. Don't miss the savings at all Dream Waterbeds locations, including our newest in the Revco building, Route 19 South, next to South Hills Village.
Haas's has sailed from sea to sea to bring to you the finest quality seafood. And for a limited time, Haas's is now serving Alaskan snow crab legs. Sweet, meaty crab legs. A full pound at just $11.99, which includes Haas's famous fresh salad bar, homemade soups, freshly baked breads, fruits and desserts, and frozen yogurt. For the best catch in a variety of seafood featuring world premium Alaskan snow crab legs, sail on into Haas's Steak and Sea House.
A ban on sports team names. The stories on Entertainment Tonight.
The Lipton International Players Championship. Brought to you by Lipton Noodles and Sauce with a delicately seasoned taste. By Lipton Iced Tea. This is refreshment that's one of a kind. This is Lipton Tea Time. By Ratto Swiss Watches. Shaping the future. And by Adidas Equipment. Everything that is essential, and nothing that is not.
You're watching coverage of Lipton 92 Women's Singles Final. It's long. It's 3-2. Sanchez Vicario leading. This is Gabriela Sabatini serving in the second set. First set to Sanchez Vicario. I'm Cliff Drysdale along with Pam Shriver and Arthur Ashe.
What made that approach shot so good is it was hit with extreme slice, stayed low, and it was shorter, and Sanchez had to come in off the baseline. Wasn't able to control it. Again, the approach shot drew Sanchez inside the baseline. She'd much prefer to pass behind the baseline.
Completely agree. That's why, another reason why I would want to see a bit more underspin to bring her in. Underspin is going to grab on the court a bit, and not bounce through as it does with topspin.
Well, we have a clumsy ball boy. Crowd gives him a nice applause for picking up on his 5th try.
30 love.
Oh, no, wrong choice of shots. The ball is too low, below the tape, and she tries topspin. Very difficult, even for someone as skilled as Sabatini.
Just wasn't in position. Looked like she got to that kind of slow, too, didn't she?
And you know what we don't know up here, which Pam alluded to earlier, it may have been the wind.
I think the wind is definitely blustery and messing the ball around quite a bit, particularly on the softer hit balls like that last one. Gabby sneaking in.
It's good.
On the planet. Here are 2 of them in the same point.
Oh boy, and Gabby's going to be sucking some oxygen there anytime you're lobbed twice in the same point. And you got to run back once. This is her 2nd approach to the net in the point.
But more than anything else, Pam, that may have told Sabatini, maybe I was right not to come to the net so often in the first set.
Well, all she has really are doubts. She hasn't been able to find a particular style that's successful at this point.
30 all.
I told you she would tie you up in knots.
And the forehand, when Sanchez goes to pass, more times than not, 8 times out of 10, it's going to go back cross court.
I would not want to play her.
Split step, but she doesn't cut it off. She sort of heads diagonal. She needed to head towards the net and in a hurry.
Break point.
Beautifully constructed point. Forehand approach. And then the backhand volley, she lets it dip a little bit. She could have maybe taken an extra step, gotten a little bit higher.
I agree. Could have been even more aggressive on the volley.
game. Stadium court is jammed, and it will be replaced by a permanent stadium next year. In fact, it takes them a few days to break all this down, and then they'll start construction of a 7,500-seat permanent stadium that can be expanded and will be expanded to 15,000 during the tournament. So that Argentine flag. Game point.
Sabatini,
3-3 in the second set. Join us again tomorrow, men's final live coverage, the Lipton Players Championship. The 6-seeded Michael Chang will take on Alberto Mancini for close to $200,000 to the winner. That's tomorrow at 4 Eastern Time, 3 Central and Pacific, here on ABC Sports. Michael Chang and Alberto Mancini, who beat Boris Becker here. Chang beat the #1 player in the world, Jim Courier, in the semifinals.
You still picking Sabatini, Cliff?
No. At this stage, no.
But
you're going to let me change my mind.
But you know what's interesting is in that last game, Sabatini got into Sanchez's head for the first time. Sanchez was curious. When is Gabby come to net? Is she there now? Oh, no, she's not. This time, of course, it's the favorite backhand cross-court pass. But Sanchez is now, her brain is being filled with, when is she coming at? Is she there yet? And that might break up her rhythm.
The caller rather hesitated for just a moment, but then called it wide. 15-all. The crowd are also a factor, I think, aren't they?
The crowd's going to help Gabby, but I'm amazed how many calls in this match have been within 1 or 2 inches of the line. It's been a tough day. It's been a very challenging day for all the lines people.
Bright, sunny day as well. Sabatini, 15:30, and the crowd appreciates this. They are going to pump her up. She says that she loves to play down here because of this crowd reaction. Net points 110 of 20, 50% only for Sabatini, but that percentage looks like it may be going up. Sanchez Macario only come in 9 times with a very high percentage.
When you said the percentage is going up for Sabatini, exactly. I think if you took her last 10 chances, I think she's been 6 or 7 on the good side. And that's a trend.
15:30. Well, she's decided to start attacking, hasn't she?
Yes, it may have been a bit forced. I think she's got to attack down the middle more.
But that wasn't a bad play, because what she tried to do was chip it and chip it short and make Sanchez come forward. I believe it just hit the top of the tape, so all she has to do is make that little inch adjustment.
From the crowd who would like a wide call there, but they will not get any pleasure from this. Game point, Sanchez Vicario.
And Gabby's not known for questioning calls unless there's pretty good reason. Can't tell on the replay. very close. Again, I think even a harder line than the far sideline for the umpires, the near sideline, because they cannot see if there's a little bit of green between the ball and the line. Tom Cook is put in a very difficult position there.
I thought it was a good call. Game point.
So do I. Oh, look at Gabby's changed her return position.
To 3, Sanchez, Macaro, and 1 set to love.
This is Lipton's tea time. This is the taste. This is the cool of a satisfied face. This is refreshment that's one of a kind. This is Lipton's tea time. So clean, so crisp, the taste sublime. This is Lipton's tea time. Lipton.
You know, we hardly even advertise this stuff, and people are buying an awful lot of it. What attracted you to it in the first place?
Well, Healthy Sensation attracted me right away because the name is great because it describes the dressing. My whole family loved the taste.
They see these little things right here, these little bits?
Yeah. There's chopped parsley and an onion, and it tastes sensational.
So Healthy Sensation is a good name.
It's a great name.
It's a better name than if we'd called it like Ed. Introducing new Healthy Sensation salad dressing. The name says it all.
How good is Lipton chicken broccoli rice and sauce? Chopped carrots. Crispy broccoli. Long grain rice. Savory chicken flavor. With a delicately seasoned taste and deep simmered sauce that could only come from Lipton. It's that good. Try Lipton chicken broccoli rice and sauce.
Brian Boitano, Debbie Thomas, and Scott Hamilton star in special performances. Plus, top male gymnasts go for the gold. All today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
4 games to 3. Let's take a look here as you continue to watch live coverage on the right. And the last point is Sabatini's reaction to losing the last game and making yet another unforced error. This is the first point of game number 8. 4-3 Sanchez Macaro. She won the first 6-1. 15 low.